Hello, everyone, and welcome to Courtside with Tony Ingle, alongside the National Coach of the Year, Tony Ingle. I'm Craig Corbin.
Hey.
Coach, it's been a while. You've been busy since we were here last.
We've been busy. We have. Gosh, we had a wonderful dream come true.
A Cinderella season. Of course, the Dalton State Roadrunners, NAIA national champions, and since last we met here on Courtside, not only the SSAC conference tournament, but then on to Kansas City for participation in what is the oldest college tournament in the United States.
Yeah, and we surprised everyone that Dalton State, the first time eligible to participate, we went out there and played real well and won the national championship.
Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good. And won the national championship. It sounds great.
Of course, the Roadrunners went in as the 6th seed into the tournament. There's a lot of symmetry between a previous national championship that Coach won. We'll talk about that a bit later in the show. But as the 6th seed, on the way to that national title, knocked off the 3rd seed, the 2nd seed, and then the team that beat the number 1 seed. Not a bad week's work.
Wow, and 5 games in 7 days really takes its toll.
Yeah.
Players, emotion, adrenaline, lactic acid building up in the legs. I mean, you know, and not eating properly, and the games and preparation, and yeah, it was just phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And these guys, they were national champs because they had the heart of a champ. They had the togetherness of a champ and the smarts. They really deserved this national championship.
No question about it. A lot to share with you on this edition of Courtside with Tony Ingle. So glad you've joined us. Stay with us. We'll take a look at that national tournament run coming up next.
I am
a nurse,
radiologic technologist,
a manager,
a lifesaver.
I'm a leader.
Going to make the world a better place.
Going to change the world.
Going to change the world.
Going to change the world.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
During a heart attack, every second is important. Hamilton Medical Center has invested even more into advanced cardiovascular technology and medical expertise, with more outpatient and emergency cardiac capabilities than have ever been offered, all just minutes away from home. That is why more people follow their hearts to Hamilton Medical Center. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Your home. It's made of wood and nails, doors and windows. But it's more than that. Your home is you. It's who you are, where you're from. It's what you long for whenever you're away. And it's the only place in the world where you know one thing for certain. You're home.
What began back in 1937 with the father of basketball, Dr. James Naismith, this year got started with the Dalton State Roadrunners playing the very first game of the tournament, 9 o'clock Central Time on, I guess it was the 18th, Wednesday the 18th, against the Wiley Wildcats. Wasn't the Wiley Coyotes, but that would have been appropriate. But talk a little bit as we walk through each step of the tournament, Coach, playing out of your normal time, not only time zone, but the time of day, starting early in the morning.
Right, and when you have a 9 o'clock game, we have to get up at 6 o'clock, and the players get there. We have to get there an hour and a half before the game. Then you got game prep, things on the board, and stretching and talking and motions right, and make sure you're awake. And a lot of things come into it to make sure you're ready to play, because it's one and done.
Right,
Craig. A bad game, you go home. So we wanted to make sure the players were ready, and they were. And boy, they came to play. And we was really concerned about Wiley. They are very athletic. They can shoot the ball well. They get going. Those teams that have spurt ability, you never know when that's going to hit. So, boy, trying to negate that throughout the game. But, boy, our team really, really held on charges and really held back, got big rebounds, made nice shots, kept their composure. But, really, our defense was sensational, and we was able to pull out the victory.
A 9-point win, high-scoring ball game, 97-86, and perhaps Jordan Bowling with shades of things to come with a phenomenal 32-point output and 17 rebounds thrown in for good measure.
Oh, yeah, just throw them in there. And he was going against athletes. Yeah. That's the thing. It's not chopped liver. This is 32 of the best teams NAIA has to offer. And Jordan Bowling was making sure, and he was sending a message to all of us. We're winning this thing, Coach, and we're winning this team. And he went in there and he inspired the rest of the team really by his play. In
addition to those 32 points from Jordan, 22 points from Preston Earl, 6 rebounds along with 8 of 15 shooting. Ladarius, another double-double. It's become old hat, but 10 points, 16 rebounds, 3 block shots to go along.
Yeah, he's just, Ladarius is he's just steady. He's consistent. And then another guy that really defended, their best player. They had a guy averaging, one of the top leading scorers in the nation, averaging 25 points a game, and we put the big bopper stopper on him, and that's Anthony Hilliard. And you don't want Anthony Hilliard on you. He's like wearing bad cologne,
That's the perfect nickname for Anthony, and he had a phenomenal tournament. Also double-digit scoring in that first round game. Sean Tate as well as Jermaine Burry with 12 points each. Sean, 10 of 10 at the foul line. And again, a first-round win, first game of the tournament, set the tone for the entire week. The Roadrunners with the win over Wiley. On to a second-round game, and the beauty of playing on that Wednesday, you had a day in between to get ready for the second-round game, and that would be a game against Evangel that would be played on the 20th. That would be Friday.
Right, and that Thursday was able to do some things prep-wise to make sure we was ready. And we really played, the negative was you had to play at 9 o'clock in the morning. The positive was you had all day Wednesday to rest, all day Thursday to rest, but it's also a lot of anxiety and trying to keep the guys' mind busy and so forth. But man, they had fresh legs, so then they come in and Evangel was a tough team too. Defensively, boy, we had to really work on some and try to take them a little bit out of what they wanted to do, and fortunately we was able to do that. And Ladarius stepped up, Preston stepped up, huge in that game defensively.
Yep, an 11-point win. Ladarius with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, again contributing in all aspects of the game. Jordan with 17 points, 7 rebounds, Jermaine with 17 points, and then you had Sean Tate with 13, Anthony Hilliard. Look at this line score, 9 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. Again, the contributions that may not be at the top of the stat sheet, but that made a huge difference in the final outcome.
Well, it does. And what happens is people are trying to figure out how we're going to beat them. This guy had 32. The next guy, this guy has 22. This guy has 17, and he got. But we were scoring at every position, and whatever the defense gave us, we was able to capitalize on. Really, really consistent throughout the tournament.
With that second round win, it was on to the quarterfinals on Saturday. Cal State San Marcos, and this wound up, I think, Coach, perhaps being one of the toughest, if not the toughest ball games you played in the tournament. It was a game that would go to overtime.
Well, Craig, it was tougher than pulling the hair out of my mother-in-law's biscuit.
That's tough.
That's tough, and she makes those little hard ones. but I'm telling you, that's a great team. That is a great team. They were number one in the country several weeks throughout the year. They've won 60-something ball games. They've averaged 30-something wins over the last 2 years. They were like 64-4 or 5 the last 2 years. And that's really, when we beat them, that really set a precedence of hey, we sent a message, well, we can win this. And momentum grows with each victory. And you see guys checking out of the hotel. See, after the first round, there's 16 teams left. Then after the next round, then there's just 8 teams. And you see them, we're still here. you know, we're still buying breakfast. That's a good sign.
Anthony Hilliard, 20 points to lead the way for the Roadrunners in that quarterfinal win. With that, it was on to the Fab Four and a semifinal date with Talladega, a very athletic team.
Yeah, that's a very tough one because I felt like that they're the most athletic team out there, and they had won a national championship in '09.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same coach, and so he's been there before. He knows the way to get to the treasure and that trophy. Did I say trophy?
Look at that.
Holy mackerel, trophy! But I was really concerned with them because of their style, their athleticism, and man, when they get scoring, they can score. And you know, again, our team responded to the bell and was able to put us in the national championship by beating a very good Talladega team.
Phenomenal performance. Preston Earl with 16 to lead the way offensively for the Roadrunners, and with that, it was on to the championship. But we're going to take a break before we get to the highlights. Coming up straight ahead here on Courtside, the national championship game, the Roadrunners taking on Westmont of California. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
Your family depends on you to be healthy. That is why you depend on Hamilton. Hamilton Diagnostic Center's advanced imaging technology provides superior image quality with reduced radiation exposure. Each image is analyzed by Hamilton's on-site team of specialty radiologists in close correlation with our surgeons, allowing for same-day results. We're here for you. Hamilton Diagnostic Center. Your health is our mission.
I am
I am
I am
I am
a nurse,
radiologic technologist,
a manager.
a lifesaver,
I'm a leader.
going to make the world a better place
going to change the world
Going to change the world.
going to change the world
because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
Because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Historic Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, the home of the NAIA Championship. Into the action we go. First minutes of play, and Ladarius with the early basket.
Love to see that, especially quick. And a quick score by Ladarius is always a positive sign.
A couple of minutes in, and Westmont had turned the tide and up early 10-2, but it didn't take long for Jordan Bowling to get involved.
Yes, and he was strong and inside and out, as you just saw.
Again, about 12 minutes to go first half. Nice shot from the lane.
Well, we was working hard here early, trying to get baskets. Both teams were.
At this point, down by a bucket and an opportunity to tie just past the 10-minute mark. And all at once, 13-all, back from that early 8-point deficit.
Yeah, that was huge right there. Nice follow-up by Jermaine.
And went back and forth early on. Pretty even as you look at the shooting there for both teams. But then the Roadrunners would begin to assert their authority in the final minutes of the first half.
Yes, and it all started because of Deshaun Ruffin, the freshman, hit a three. And then right there is Raheem Mosley with a slam dunk.
Nicely done. And again, getting a bit of a working margin here. Up 6, 5 minutes to go in the first half. This is the national championship from Kansas City. Look at the touch by Ladarius.
Nice touch by Ladarius.
Triple teamed, and somehow Bowling able to get that one. And again, in transition, Roadrunners making it count.
Yeah, and there's Deshaun Ruffin, the freshman coming in, scoring again.
Up 13, final seconds of the half. What a way to get momentum into the break.
And we need that momentum, and that really carried over to the start of the next half.
On to the second half we go, and the Roadrunners just 10 minutes and change away from a national title. It would not come easily. Westmont did not go away, but the Roadrunners again showing tenacity on the boards all night long.
Well, that's what it takes. And you see why he was MVP right there as well.
Long three, Sean Tate.
Love to see him open because you can usually count them.
Nice runner in the lane.
Nice floater there by Anthony.
Indeed, and finding the open man and a beautiful basket in transition. Final minutes of the ball game, and again, Westmont not going away, but great effort all around by the Roadrunners would give them the ability to call themselves national. That's a great shot there of the team into every second of this ball game.
Every second,
Coach.
boy, they were very intent the whole time.
A lot of guys hitting foul shots down the stretch, Coach.
And we needed that, and it's very emotional right here.
A great crowd on hand in Kansas City. Final seconds of this ball game, and nice to see Mr. Terry in there at the line.
It is. It's nice to see Lane Newberry's new coat.
Sharp. Sharp. And champions are the Roadrunners of Dalton State. And what a day of celebration. Great effort with the 18 points from Jordan Bowling along with 7 rebounds. The MVP of the tournament also Anthony Hilliard, 14 points, 4 of 5 at the line with 4 assists. Preston Earl with 13, 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Ladarius Green, 11 rebounds and 5 points. National champions are Dalton State.
Your home. It's made of wood and nails, doors and windows. But it's more than that. Your home is you. It's who you are, where you're from. It's what you long for whenever you're away. And it's the only place in the world where you know one thing for certain. You're home.
The health of our region depends on the health of its people. That is why Hamilton is here. We're opening more physician practices and urgent care centers near you, offering medical care that fits your schedule. We're giving you new ways to search for doctors and health information from wherever you are. And we're proud to be named the #1 mid-size hospital in Georgia by Georgia Trend Magazine. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
I am
a nurse,
radiologic technologist,
a manager,
a lifesaver,
I'm a leader,
Going to make the world a better place.
going to change the world
going to change the world
going to change the world
Because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
because of Dalton State.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
What a great time to be part of the Roadrunner Nation. And Coach, I think the aftermath of that national championship, perhaps as exciting as being in Kansas City. When the team rolled back onto campus was really as emotional as I've seen in a long time.
Well, it's I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know if you can, but the exuberance, the happiness, the police escort from county line, people on each side of the street, the bus and the players were going crazy. It's the first time it seemed like they saw water or something been in the desert. They were so happy, and we were waving and people waving and had signs, and we get to the quad, we jump out of the bus and TV cameras and radios and cameras and flashing and high-fiving. I can't even describe it. And the players did a wonderful job speaking and thanking the crowd for their and people and everyone. I couldn't say thank you enough for everyone that showed the support. It was amazing. It's incredible.
Heartfelt congratulations, not only in the welcome back on the campus, but also the Victory Lap parade in downtown Dalton.
Yeah, during the parade, I just told some people, I said, oh, wow, goodness. Now all my bill collectors, they thought I was dead. Now, now they're going to be calling me. But it was fantastic. It was so good to see Dalton come together as one and rally and support and be proud of our achievement. But we also know that without their success and their support, there's no way we could have enjoyed that kind of success.
Without question. And so many folks we need to thank for making this Courtside with Tony Ingle possible all season long. A huge thanks to our friends at Hamilton Medical Center, also Coldwell Banker, Cadard Realty, Dalton State. A big thanks to Dalton State College for being part of the Courtside family. Also our highlight sponsor, Brown Industries, and of course Dalton Utilities and OptiLink.
And I'd like to give a personal, sincere thanks to Dr. Swin for starting athletics back, Dr. Venerable, our new interim president, for being there showing support, and also Derek Wall, our athletic director. Without them, this would not have been possible.
And so many people that have contributed in many other ways. Also want to thank the young man that has been in charge of game footage all season long, Kenny Carter. Great job as the video coordinator for the team and has made sure that Brandon Brown, who makes all the magic happen behind the camera, making sure that we have the proper footage to work with. It's been, without question, a group and a team effort all year long.
It really has. And you've got to say something about John Redmond, Tony Jr., Lane Newberry, all of our support staff, and also our captains, Sean Tate, Ladarius Green, Anthony Hilliard, and our entire basketball Roadrunner team. You, of course, and
pleasure.
I appreciate you mentioning Brandon, but you're the best, and it's a pleasure working with you, Craig.
Indeed, and as we wrap up this edition of Courtside and this season of Courtside with Tony Ingle, the 2014-2015 NAIA National Coach of the Year, Coach of the Champion, Roadrunners of Dalton State. As we leave you on this edition of Courtside, some sights and sounds of the return of the Roadrunners as national champs. So long, everybody.
Sure, I point out Coach John Redmond and how hard he's worked. I couldn't say enough about him and all the things that he's been through on a personal level. There's a lot of reasons we wanted to win this championship, and at the top of the list was for his fiancée. We also, a lot of people, but my mother always wanted me to coach her, and I said, Mom, they don't have a team. But I know she has since passed, but I knew she was watching just like Brittany. And we have people that in the next life we felt like was looking down on us. We hit bank shots, we hit foul shots, we hit three-pointers. It was amazing.
I just want to thank God for real, man. Oh, yeah. And I want to thank y'all, because we couldn't do it without y'all either, man. For real. also want to say I love all y'all. For real. I love you too, Coach Ingle. I remember the first day I met you, you told me, you said, what's your ring size? I said, I don't know, Coach. You said, well, you a national champion, son. And you sure proved me, too. I love you, Coach.
These young men have a lot of character and a lot of heart, and I'm just glad to say I'm a part of it. And I want to thank the community for coming out and giving us the support that we've had. Thank you very much.
Who's number one? Yeah.
First off, I want to thank God, as always. I want to thank this crazy guy right here for giving me a scholarship and giving me a chance. I want to thank all my guys for battling with me from day one. Coach Redmond, Coach T.I. Jr., and I want to thank all y'all for supporting us from the beginning. And just like I said the other night when we got back on campus, I know even if we would have lost that national championship, y'all would still be out here. So I just want to say thank you.
First, we want to thank our families at home because we spent a lot of time away from our families. Want to thank them. Thank y'all especially because we didn't think it was going to be such a big turnout. And there's so many people here. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, therefore, it be resolved that I, Dennis Mock, Mayor of Dalton, Georgia, hereby recognize the Dalton State Roadrunners men basketball team for their NAIA National Championship win by proclaiming March 27th, 2015 as Roadrunners Day and wish them continued success for many seasons to come.